What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Now, listen to this video close. I'm going to talk about the Mexican dates. Some people will like it, some people won't like it. The usual. So, Canelo recently spoke out about wanting to fight in May. And I'm going to read some excerpts from the article, and then I'm going to break down and give you my ego thoughts. Canelo says, right now I'm on vacation. I had a foot problem. I'm rehabilitating. For the rest of the year, I'm on vacation. And in January, I'll start training to fight in May 5th, and in the United States. It's highly celebrated, and I'm going to fight on that date. The strongest name being discussed is Miguel Cotto, but there are several options, so they're waiting for news. I will fight in May. It is an important day for me, and I will not move from that date. I want to give us back the Mexican dates because they are really for us. Cotto is a great champion. He is a fighter who has a lot of history, a well-known name. He's a champion in another division. I love it because it's a natural fight. People ask about it because it's a fight where the styles are going to work together very well, and I would love to fight him and give the people a good battle. Now, majority of what he said, I have no problem with, and I actually like Canelo. First, he was. I felt Golden Boy needed to pop the titty out of his mouth and give him some real competition. They were heralding him as the future of boxing, so I wanted to see it. And beating a 41-year-old Carlos Baldomir, Shane Mosley, who hadn't won in 4 years, smaller guys, the Ryan Rhodes, Matt Hattons, Josecito Lopez, who had never fought at 54. To me, that didn't prove anything. You know what I'm saying? But Austin Trout and beyond, he's had a tough schedule and a great schedule, and he earned my respect in those fights. You know what I'm saying? Just for at least even taking them. Now, I got to talk about this whole Mexican dates, and I'm not really understanding the whole concept of the Mexican dates. Now, I understand from a cultural perspective, there's certain things that we want. But first of all, we're in the United States. It's not, oh, this is the Mexican dates. Those dates are for us. First of all, the fight that you're trying to fight is not even on Cinco de Mayo. It's not even on that exact date. You know what I'm saying? So you can't jam up the whole week and say, this is my day and only I can fight, or only a Mexican fighter can fight on that date. You know what I mean? That just sounds absolutely retarded and ridiculous. Plus, going back to history, Mayweather's been fighting on those dates. Pacquiao fought Mosley around that in May, the first week of May. He's fought a couple times in May. You know what I'm saying? And if I go through the list, I'm sure I could find other people who fought right around that day who weren't of Mexican descent. Now, in the States, home of the brave, land of opportunity. That's why a lot of people come to America, because there's a lot of opportunity and it embraces all cultures. And I like that about the America. It's just one big melting pot. You got people who are Mexican, Puerto Rican, Chinese, Filipino, black, white, European. People come from like Ukraine and Russia. It's just one big gumbo pot of different cultures. That's why you get great food. You go to certain regions. You go to Texas, they got great barbecue. Some Mexican spots. You come to Cali, you got some bomb ass Mexican spots. We got Chinese. We got really everything. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I like about America. But you can't say that I'm going to fight in the States and this is my whole week. Now, we're all given, like every culture for the most part in America is given some time frame or some date typically where we're supposed to celebrate that heritage, if you know what I mean. And I feel the same way with anything. It's not Mexican dates or this, that. Nobody should do that. I think it would sound foolish if Adrian Broner said, hey, B, February's Black History Month, so that means it's AB, all blacks. Only black people can fight. This is my month. This is my date. You know what I'm saying? I would be like, fuck no. Let Canelo fight in February if he wants to fight in February. You know what I mean? It just sounds utterly ridiculous to try to live or be in the States and claim a whole date. Like, I understand Cinco de Mayo is a date where historically a lot of Mexican fighters have fought. It means a lot to all the Mexican fans. And Mexican fans are perhaps the best. If some of the best, if not the best fans in boxing. You know what I'm saying? From the fight parties, I know people that do it big. You know what I'm saying? They'll have 20 plus people at their crib, do it big, cook, you know what I'm saying, buffet style, order all the fights, really follow boxing, and that's all good. And I understand the significance of that, but I still don't see it being logical to say only a Mexican fighter could fight on this date, or these are my dates. So, you know what I'm saying? That just sounds stupid to me. That's like Andy Lee. He's Irish. So St. Patrick's Day, March 17th, then nobody should just picture Andy Lee like trying to stop somebody from fighting on an Irish holiday like St. Patty's Day. That doesn't even sound right. Like, hey, I just think it's a little disrespectful that Miguel Cotto wants to fight on St. Patty's Day. Like, that doesn't even sound right. So I'm not buying this whole it's the Mexican dates. These are our dates, and nobody else could have the dates. Now, if Mayweather's not gonna fight Pacquiao, give Canelo the dates, because I don't care who the fuck's fighting. You could be purple, green, white, black. I don't give a fuck. You have one eye. If it's a good fight, it's a good fight. So if, to me, if the fight substantiates, to me, Pacquiao Mayweather, without question, is a bigger fight, right, than Canelo Cotto. It just is, based on the performances. Like, do the numbers. Look at the numbers. Canelo versus Edeslani Lora is controversial. Miguel Cotto versus Sergio Martinez didn't do 400K. It didn't even do 400,000 in pay-per-view buys. You know what I'm saying? It just, Pacquiao fought pretty much, quote unquote, a nobody, someone who wasn't known in the boxing. He did around 300. Mayweather did 900 or whatever versus Maidana twice. And it's a fight that's been lingering and going on and on the mind of boxing fans for fucking years. It's bigger than Canelo Cotto. Trust me, without a doubt. However, I think Mayweather should concede if he's not going to make the fight with Pacquiao, or if Pacquiao's not going to make the fight with Mayweather, and they don't have a fight that can compete with the magnitude of Canelo Cotto, which is a huge fight. To me, I really, truly want to see that particular fight. No question about it. But as far as this, you know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't go to Mexico. I wouldn't go to Puerto Rico and say, you know what? I know I'm in Mexico, but these American dates right here, you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't go to Puerto Rico, but like, this is American dates. You can't fight in Puerto Rico because it's an American holiday. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't even make sense. So I don't give a fuck about none of that. I care about the best fights happening. You know what I mean? The best fighting the best. And I understand Canelo, and I applaud him for having gall. But ultimately, despite whatever the fuck he's thinking, if Mayweather Pacquiao is made, I think he's going to end up backing down. Like, he's young, and you know what I mean, he's impressionable, so he probably feels like, I'm on top of the world. You're really not on top of the world, and it's going to be a reality fucking check for your ass if Mayweather and Pacquiao sign, because you're going to have to bow down from those dates. I understand, you know what I'm saying, you want to fight on those particular dates and what it means to you or to your heritage or whatever, and you're trying to impress, but you've had your opportunity to impress. To me, you could have got the torch from Mayweather in September of 2013 when you fought him. Remember, the title was called The One. You could have been the one had you not lost every fucking round versus Mayweather. Maybe gave him 2 rounds, 3 rounds, maybe. You know what I'm saying? But you clearly lost, to the point where a lighter guy, a guy who's been fighting in a smaller division like Maidana, had 2 showings that were better than yours, and you were supposed to be the one to beat Mayweather. You were undefeated. Maidana wasn't fucking undefeated. You know what I'm saying? You were the big puncher, the good boxer puncher, smart, and you were supposed to give Mayweather at the very least, problems. And out of Cotto, Maidana, and Canelo had by far the worst performance out of all of them. You know what I'm saying? Castillo, all the motherfuckers did better than Canelo. And he disappointed a lot of fans, Mexican fans, white fans, black fans, whoever wanted to see Mayweather lose. He disappointed them because he really didn't show up. He tried to outthink a masterclass boxer and thinker. That was stupid. You know what I'm saying? You should have imposed your will and your catch weight and your size and all that against him. So again, you had an opportunity to take the torch from Mayweather when you fought him, and then you know what I'm saying, you came up short. It is what it is. And in your last fight, some people think you came up short. I had Laura winning by a small, slight margin. You know what I'm saying? You can make a case for both. But either way, it wasn't a domination where there's no question. Like Cotto versus Sergio Martinez, despite the injury and all that, there's no other way around it than Cotto won. There's no other way to look at that. Like if you say Sergio Martinez was doing good in that fight, then you're a fucking idiot and you should just unsubscribe from my channel. You know what I'm saying? But the Canelo versus Lara fight, there are differing opinions on that. So, you know what I'm saying? You want to be the big shot and call the shots. Your performances need to back that up more than, oh, I'm doing it for pride. And, you know what I'm saying? It's my date. The fucking Lara card was called Honor and Pride. And in some people's mind, you came up short in that one too. So I really think Canelo's going to be in for a rude awakening if Pacquiao is made, the Mayweather Pacquiao fight. If it's not, give the boy his dates, because Canelo Cotto is a great fight. And I don't do that on my channel. I'm not here to disrespect anybody's heritage or anybody's lineage, you know what I mean, their ancestors and stuff. I don't have to do all that. So I'm not being disrespectful. I just don't think in the States, anybody, whether you're Mexican, white, black, Chinese, even though we're given certain days like oh, this is Native American appreciation or gay pride. You know what I'm saying? That's like Orlando Cruz saying, oh, this is gay pride week. You know what that means? Nobody can fight on my days. These are gay days, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't make sense. Like you can't dominate a whole day. Like, and it's not, it'd be one thing, you would have at least a stronger case, in the words of Oscar de la Hoya, a strong case. You would have a stronger case if Cinco de Mayo was the actual day. If a fight night of a Saturday actually fell on Cinco de Mayo this year, then you would have a stronger case. But the fact that it would be May 2nd and it's not even the actual date, you can't just jam up a whole bunch of dates. And I firmly believe that no matter who the fuck you are, if you're Irish, black, white, Polish, I don't give a fuck. You can't jam, you know what I'm saying? Like using the Andy Lee example from earlier. Andy Lee can't be like, oh, these are Irish holidays, man. Yeah, magically delicious. This is my week. Like, it doesn't make sense to do that. But hopefully Canelo and Cotto does happen. I do want to see the fight a lot, like really bad. That would be one of the most anticipated fights for me of 2015 if it is made. But I don't agree with this whole Mexican dates. And again, if Canelo wanted to be so big and bad and proclaim these dates for his people, you know what I mean? You want to do it for La Raza, then you should have beat Mayweather because you actually had the opportunity. You know what I'm saying? You had the opportunity to do that. And just like, if you guys remember, Mayweather beat De La Hoya and he became, therefore, it's like Highlander or some shit. You defeat them and then you inherit their powers. That's kind of what Mayweather did. And De La Hoya did it. Like, if you guys know boxing, this is kind of how it went. Julio Cesar Chavez Sr. was the man. He was the person to beat. He was a cash cow. De La Hoya beat him and inherited his power. He became the dude. You know what I'm saying? And he was the dude for a lot of years. And then Mayweather beat Oscar de la Hoya and became the cash cow, the dude. So they could have passed the rock to Canelo had he beat Mayweather. You could have, oh shit, the first person to beat Floyd. Damn. On a Mexican Independence Day weekend. Canelo. You know what I'm saying? You're the man, Saul. You know what I'm saying? You would have been that dude. But you came up short where these other legendary fighters, the Chavez Seniors, the De La Hoyas, the Mayweathers, they didn't come up short when they were tested or when they had to step up to that cash cow level and they fought the former quote unquote golden boy cash cow. I'm out. I've stated my claim. If you disagree, drop me a comment. Let me know what you guys think. I don't give a fuck about dates anyway. I want to see the best fights. Drop me a comment. Let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like this video. As always, hate, comment, and subscribe. Till next video is Ego signing off.